Are you broke and you want a gaming PC so bad, but you only have $400 in your pocket? Well, this video is made for you. In this video, we're going to be building a $400 ultra gaming PC for ultra budget builders. So let's get right into it. So this is going to be our build right here. So for our CPU, I went with a very cheap CPU because we are on a budget. So we need to come with a CPU that's going to fit into our budget. So for CPU, I went with the Ryzen 5 4500, a 6-core 12-threaded CPU for $63. Well, this CPU is very cheap right now. It's cheaper than the Ryzen 5 3600 and somewhere behind the Ryzen 5 5500. This is a very good CPU. I'll recommend it. If you want to pair it with GPUs like the RTX 3060 or the RX 6600, this CPU is actually capable of doing that. So for motherboard, I went with the Gigabyte A520MK Micro ATX motherboard. This one is around $80 on Amazon. It's very cheap and it has a single M.2 slot, 2 RAM slots, AM4, which means you gotta go with DDR4 RAM on this one. And speaking of RAM, I went with the Silicon Power Gaming 16 gig 2x8GB DDR4 RAM running at 3200 MHz with CL timing of 16 for $26. This is a very good set of RAM sticks. You can also go for 32 gig if you want, which I would prefer because some games right now actually need 32 gig at some point, but right now since we are dealing with our budget, we can upgrade later. 32 gig right now on Newegg is costing around $44, $45, somewhere around that price range. It's very good, and you can also go with black if you want. You can also go with blue if you want, and you can also go with this RGB one for more aesthetics looks, but that is going to be very expensive since it's RGB. So yeah, we're going to go with this one because we want to save extra cash. So coming up next, we're going to be going with our storage. We're going to go with the Silicon Power once again because this brand right now is kind of like cheap, very, very cheap right now. This is the 512 gig PCIe Gen 3 M.2 for around $39 or $38 on Newegg. It's very cheap on Newegg right now. You can kind of check it out on Newegg. You could also go with a 1TB, but it depends on your budget. But our budget right now, like I said, is around $400 and it's for ultra budget builders. Like me, I love budget stuff because, I don't have that kind of cash. You can go with a 1TB for around $58. But for now, we're going to be going with a 500 gig M.2 because we are on a budget and, you can put some couple of games in here, but you can upgrade later and get an SSD if you want. And it's Gen 3 and our motherboard supports Gen 3. We can't go with Gen 4 because we're going to be wasting lots of money on that one. So to pair with our CPU, the Ryzen 5 4500, we're going to go with the RX 590. This is a white edition. This GPU right now is going at around $108 on Amazon. This is a white edition. I know it doesn't match our theme color right now, but we are on a budget. We are not really looking for that aesthetics look, but this is a 8GB GPU. You can play games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex Legends, GTA 5. You can play this game and get over 60 FPS with this GPU. And pairing this GPU with the 4500 is going to be a fantastic choice because the 4500 will give you a wider GPU upgrade path. Like I said, you can get the RTX 3050 or the 3060 or the RX 66 or the RX 5700 XT with that CPU. So for the case, I went with this one. This is like my favorite budget case. This is the Cooler Master Box Q300L, a mini tower case for around $40. This is a very cheap case. You can go with a white one. A white one is actually more impressive. It comes with 3 RGB fans. This one right now is $42. It's basically kind of like the same price as the black one, but sometimes I would really recommend you go with the white one. The white one looks kind of awesome. So you have to be careful when you buy this one because your PSU can kind of like show. So you kind of like have to know which PSU you want to go with. So you have to choose a good looking power supply with this case because your power supply can kind of like show right here on the side. So speaking of power supply, this is a good looking power supply. This is the Ares Game AVGA series 500 watt power supply. It's a non-modular power supply. This power supply right now is going at around $38. It has all the pins that you would need for a GPU, like the RTX 3060 or the RX 6600. So yeah, this is my build. This is a very good build. You can play any game in 1080p, but not high settings, but low settings to medium settings. High settings in some games like GTA 5, Fortnite, or games like that. So this whole system will cost you around $392.88. So now here's my new friendly advice as a PC builder. I built my first gaming PC with a budget of around $500, and right now I'm having the time of my life. I know right now you're like waiting for that perfect moment to build that high quality gaming PC, but you don't need that. You don't actually need to wait that long. Right now I'm gaming on a Ryzen 5 5500 and a GTX 1660. I'm having the time of my life. I play any game that I want. I play Call of Duty Warzone, I play God of War, I play any game that I want with a GTX 1660 Ti, and I'm having fun. I didn't wait for that perfect moment to get a good gaming PC. I just needed to game. That's all I know. So if you ever feel like you want to start building a gaming PC, you have to start right now. You can buy parts one by one, doesn't really matter. It took me like a year and a half to actually finish my gaming PC build. But right now, I'm not regretting it, and I'm doing everything that I ever wanted. I can upgrade to a RTX 3060 or a 4060 if I want. But yeah, that is actually something that I will do some other time. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comment section, and please feel free to ask anything in the comment section. And if you want some help building a gaming PC, I can do it for you. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, see you in the next video.